Jadron here. What's going on, guys? This is the Thunder FQ35, and we're gonna give it a fly. It's a little Mavic clone, foldable drone. So let's go. Let's get it unfolded. And it's a heat wave in Pennsylvania. It's like 40 degrees. Everything's melting, and for some of the guys down south, 40 degrees, that's not a heat wave, it's a heat wave for us, let me tell you. So there it is, folded out, has a decent wingspan. We are going to go ahead and set that right there. I have the controller in my pocket because, again, everything is melting here. And I haven't read the directions, but I don't feel I need to because, again, if you can see this controller, everything is really well labeled. I don't feel that I'm going to need the directions to start this up, and we're going to find out. We're going to find out ease of use right now. We are going to hold this, and it's so bright out. I can see the whites. We got whites blinking. We got green in the front, red in the back. They're with it. What? Green in the front, red in the back, whites headlights. Going to turn this on. Throttle up and down. I have a little red LED in there. I don't know that you can see it. That went solid. Let's see. Down and out will not fire the motors. Ins will not fire the motors. So we are going to go to take off and land. There's our takeoff. We are up. And I have a very, very mild wind. It's nothing crazy. Pitch rate is okay. It's definitely not my style in this first speed setting. Let's check out yaw. Has a decent yaw rate in this first setting. Let's come back this way. Come back. Yeah, see, I'm full pitch forward. It's not going very fast. At most, I have a 1 to 3 mile an hour wind. So what we need to do is not hit ourselves and increase speed with the button clearly labeled speed switch. So now we're in the second speed setting. And we've gained a little bit more pitch. We're going to turn it around this way. And come on. Want to come in for the camera. Bam. That's a good look at it. Put it this way. Back. Up a little bit. Say what up to the camera. That should have been a good look. So the second speed rate. Nice pitch rate. Nice yaw. Let's try to get some funnel action. This is an altitude hold drone. It's holding altitude fairly well as it's drifting back that way. Come on back now. The wind's probably a little bit stronger than I had thought it was. It's so nice out here that the wind's like non-existent to me. It's not brutally cold. There's a little funnel action for it. We're going to bring it back this way. Yeah, because even the trees and everything's moving. So it's probably actually like a 5 mile an hour wind. This does have a Wi-Fi camera on it, app enabled. I wanted to test flyability first. Upper left bumper, we are going to throw this into a third speed setting if it has it. Beep, beep, beep. That lets you know you are in 3. 1, 2, 3. Beep, beep, beep. So now we're in the third speed setting, and now we can actually funnel without it going too far. Bring it back this way. Zero issues flying directly into that wind. Getting decent range. I'm going to go ahead and bring it back. And throw on the brakes. Okay, so we don't have strong brakes. At least not going with the 5 mile an hour wind. So keep that in mind if you are flying with the wind and you throw on the brakes per se. Like it was coasting back this way, then I pitch forward to essentially throw on the brakes and stop the drone from going that way. You're going to need to take your time doing so. Let's see, we'll try a 360 flip with the upper right bumper. It went up, which is good. Again, it rose up. We'll go ahead and try some barrel rolls. And again, it's rising up. What that means is you can be fairly low to the ground, like I'm going to be fairly low to the ground here, and we should be able to not hit the ground on a flip. Nope. It's good. So that's a good feature to have. That's a good feature that I look forward to in any toy grade drone that has an automatic flip button, that it's actually raising your altitude. There's a lot of drones. I'll try to face this way because I know the sun's setting and it's pretty bright over there. There's a lot of drones that it actually decreases altitude so you can't be low. Come on. There we go. Bam. So this is a really nice flyer. This is going to be a portable flyer. This could be something, I mean, even the controller is pretty small. Be something that you throw in your glove box or your center console or whatever, and say you're out on break and you're just really jonesing to fly. This might be that. I'm trying to look, let's see if I can see, bring it over this way. Just trying to take a look at the LEDs on the front. They look like they're still solid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to back up here away from the sun. That way I can see the LEDs. And they look like they're solid. The red looks like it's solid. The green looks like it's solid. I should be hitting shade here soon. Come on. There we go. So, here, I can bring it over here so maybe you guys can see it. It's kind of like a frosted color, but you can definitely see the red and the green well. And they haven't kicked LVC yet. This was rated to get a good flight time, so we're going to see what type of flight time it gets. And again, we do have a camera on this. Easy there, buddy. We do have a camera. Somebody's coming. Always good to pay attention to your environment. Just going to move this way. And then we will follow the truck up the road. And that's a good reason not to wear headphones while you are flying, because if somebody comes, there's a very good possibility you ain't going to be able to hear him. And I was able to hear him. I was also able to see him. There's a little look at your funnel rate. Seems to be getting decent flight time, and again, with the moderate wind that I have, I'd say a 3 to 5 mile an hour wind. It's having zero issues. There's a little look at the yaw rate. Decent yaw rate in the third setting. And again, there's some funnelage for you. And it is getting good range. So you got a foldable drone that's pretty portable. It's getting decent range in the third pitch rate. We have a nice yaw. We also have nice pitching. The automatic flipping, you actually raise in altitude before it drops, which we'll show you that again. See it kind of raise, you hear deet, 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 and I go to the motion and it raises up in altitude, which is good because then you don't got to worry about face planting in the snow or face planting on the concrete if you're trying to do an automatic flip or an automatic barrel roll. It rises up. Link for this will be down below. I know I had codes for the other one, guys. I don't know if the codes are still valid. If they are still valid, I'll put the codes down below that you can try to get this on discount. The company actually made custom codes for me. I think one's J-Drone, and I forget what the other one is. Nice little white lights. So I came over here to the shade to kind of show you little white lights here. Come on, up a little bit more. Do a little pass by, a little pass by. Yeah. And we'll go ahead and shoot it back down. The weather is supposed to be decent for, I believe, the next 2 days. So the Hubsan Zeno, I do believe we will be throwing that up. I was waiting for above freezing temperatures to actually put that in there, because I wanted to give that a fair shake. There's supposed to be a nice camera on it, nice gimbal. It's supposed to get good range. And I want to give it a fair shake on the first flight. First flight, I do believe we're going to be looking at flyability and get out of the sun and basic camera. A really basic look at the camera, because that's kind of what I do. If it doesn't fly well, there's really no reason to do much else with it. If it doesn't fly well, then we're just we're gonna stop at that. But if it does fly well, which I'm hoping it flies well, then we'll get more in depth with the camera and see if it can sideline my Spark, or if it could be something that I would like to take with me when I decide to travel as a good camera drone. Because that is really what it's geared at, is a foldable camera drone. And the Spark right now is my go-to for that, just because of size and portability. This thing's flying forever, guys. Go ahead and walk back over here so you get it in the shade. Those LVCs ain't kicked yet. We're getting an epic flight time here. Whoop. And again, it's getting good range. I'm really not pushing it with range, but it's probably seeing close to 100 meters. Probably close to 100 meters without having to worry about if you're going to lose connection, if the connection's going to get a little bit sticky, if you're going to press forward, it's going to continue to keep going forward and you're going to possibly lose it. And right now, I'm in more of a residential neighborhood than I generally would be if I was out in the field. I mean, there's not too many houses on this street. We have mine and then a couple across the street, but we have a lot more 2.4 gigahertz wavelength bouncing around, and this thing's doing well. It's not hiccuping, it's not taking off in any odd way. And again, we have solid lights. I wonder how long this is gonna fly for. I just got off of work, guys. I just got off of work. I had this battery charged, and my wife is actually just about done cooking. And I told her, it's like, look, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to do one video for YouTube and then go inside and kind of take off my work clothes, eat and whatnot. And this thing is getting a remarkable flight time. Watch the wires. There we go. We finally got LVC. I can see the beady white lights in the front, the little beady eyes, which you guys probably can't see, so we'll back up. And I can see the greens are blinking now. Right now you should be able to see the white lights. If not, we will go ahead and bring this towards ourselves so you can see them. White lights are blinking, green lights are blinking, red lights are blinking. Right now we are in low voltage. And I'm going to continue flying. Nope, that's it. That's it. So shortly after you get that low voltage, you need to bring it down, bring it back towards yourself, because you are not going to have a long time in the air with this after the LVC. So to shut this down, we're going to press the center button there, and again, I'm going to keep that off the ground because it's wet. We are going to long hold there, the lights shut off, and then let's see, I believe we're going to do our back first. Maybe it don't matter. So we did our back first that time. This time we're going to do our front and then our back. Nah, I believe you should be doing the back first. Put your back in first and then your front, and then that'll be as compact as you get it. Guys, I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. We saw over a 10-minute flight easy. We're at 12 minutes and 25 seconds on the counter. Say a minute to 2-minute wind up. We saw a 10-minute flight. That's good money for toy grade. All right, guys.